It's a wonderful day in the homiehood, a wonderful day for a homie. Won't you be my homie2Taro? Yo, yo, what's up? If you are watching this right now, then you are watching my homie2Taro, aka myself, Danny Taro's first video on YouTube, and it's intended to be a channel introduction for what is kind of like my intentions and my goals here as an aspiring content creator. Um, Being a live streamer is something that I've been dreaming of for a long time. Something I kind of became infatuated with during the pandemic. Having so much time on my hands at home alone with the internet. And I finally had some events in my life that kind of served as a catalyst to make me kind of throw my hands up in the air and say, like, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to throw my hat in the ring and I'm going to become a live streamer. So if you don't know, I go live every weekday morning on twitch.tv/MyHomie2Taro. And part of this journey as a content creator is of course, like reaching people exactly where they're at. And if you're watching this video, then you must be on YouTube. And I appreciate you for already following me. We already have over 50 followers and we haven't even posted a single YouTube video. So I really thank you for that. And I hope to get over 100 followers soon here on this channel. Anyways, I wanted to really just tell you about like why I'm doing this, and also as a way for me to kind of reaffirm my intentions behind being a live streamer and a content creator. So the first reason, which thank you to chat for saying like this is perhaps the best reason we got here, is unapologetically platforming the good folks. Now it's pretty objective to say who is good and who is bad, but if you know me, then you maybe know a little bit about my political proclivities. And, you know, one thing that we're doing is interviewing people on the show. And these are people who are normally going to be like ignored or downplayed by mainstream media and our local media here in Peterborough, Ontario, Canada. And I really want to use this, and I have already used this as a platform for people to get the message out about important political topics. We've already interviewed people for the provincial election that just happened here in Ontario, including like the actual political candidates. So shout out to them for giving me faith. We've also interviewed a city councilor. We're interviewing someone tomorrow, which it might already have happened by the time you watch this video, about racism that's happening in our community. And we're even planning to interview the mayor, which will most likely be our next video, if not the video after that, on this YouTube channel. So in addition to having fun and talking about the news and politics and engaging with the community, we do definitely want to platform those people in a way that is uncensored. We're not beholden to any corporation or mainstream media outlet, and we're able to say exactly what we want in whatever way we want. It's basically a no holds bar. And people are welcome to reach out to me if they want to come on the show, whether they think that we agree politically, which so far a lot of the guests have, or disagree politically and would like to talk about really any issue. I'm really trying to focus on Canadian content, starting here in Peterborough as a local outlet. And of course, I would love the opportunity to be bigger and bigger. And we do talk a lot about federal politics here as well. And some of our emojis, even our emotes on Twitch, include people like Douglas Ford and Pierre Poilievre and our own MP, Michelle Ferreri. So if you ever want to come out over to Twitch and see what those emotes look like, you can purchase them for free with channel points, or at least take a look at what they look like. So anyways, moving on, the second reason behind being a content creator is because I am kind of a lifelong community builder. You know, I have a long history of doing activism, specifically art as activism, and I realized that a lot of that is community building and getting people involved and getting people interested. And so far in this regard, I feel like super successful, especially locally to Peterborough. But we also people who join our Discord who are like international as far as like Australia or Norway. And you know, it's been kind of like a really interesting process to have a Discord community that is engaging with the topics. Because often I feel like the topics are only engaged with in a public way in social media, but there's really no chance to like organize our movement, which is inherently a left-leaning political movement here in Peterborough and across Canada as a whole. So far streaming has introduced me to a whole bunch of different streamers who are streaming across Canada, and it's been really great to connect and feel like the movement of progressive politics in Canada doesn't necessarily have to be a scattered thing, but there are these kind of nodes across the country that are being touched upon, and we are more and more being connected with each other. And a lot of that has to do with people taking the initiative to become content creators, to become leaders in their respective communities, and of course, like stitching that community across the entire country, if not the entire world. So that so far has been something that has been super uplifting and encouraging. I started doing this just in January alone. So if I felt like I was failing on this front of community building and did not maybe have the support, I probably, to be honest, would have thrown in the towel by now. But actually, it's quite the opposite. I'm doubling down. I'm streaming more than ever every weekday morning. I'm trying to diversify the content to make sure it gets to people on YouTube and hopefully Instagram and TikTok as well. So I feel super encouraged, and if this sounds like something that you might be interested in, I would encourage you to find our Discord link, which, if I've done everything properly, is probably somewhere in the whatever you call it. I'm new to YouTube. The status bar or whatever description below. So like, again, thank you so much. And I suppose if you're watching this, you're potentially someone who's interested in that. So the last thing I will touch on, because this is supposed to just be a short channel introduction, is that streaming is something that for me, I'm also doing for purely selfish reasons. I mean, I guess not purely, because I already mentioned the other two very good reasons before, but it is in a way self-serving. The best thing for me so far has been being able to wake up every morning so that I can start stream at 8 o'clock. And between 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock, we actually kind of just chill. We listen to lo-fi music, we drink coffee, I read the newspaper, other people do their respective morning routines, and we are kind of just like starting the day together as like a community. People sometimes come and check in and tell me like, hi, good morning. Like sometimes you can drop your problems on me and I'll do my best to help you with them. Some people come and ask about technical difficulties because they're trying to start their own stream, and I've done a bit of troubleshooting myself, but there's always more. And so having this routine where I actually wake up every morning and have a social commitment has been very just like beneficial to me as a person. It means that I stopped staying up late. I stopped being a midnight toker, which inevitably leads to me having some munchies and eating an entire mountain of cheese on an entire mountain of rice. So it's been good for my general health. And I am arguably in one of the most healthy cycles I've been in for a long, long time. So streaming is something that I'm also using to educate myself because just the type of person I am, it's not enough for me to simply open a book and absorb it. I'm someone who learns through speaking and through dialogue. And although we don't always have guests on the show, chat is always here. And if I speak or I misspeak, it's always nice to get like feedback and sometimes pushback. And it helps me to evolve my arguments and my ideas, while also kind of like filtering through the current events of the day. So I am educating myself about politics and the political systems of Canada. And over this, so far, it's been about almost 10-month journey. I feel like I've learned a lot, and especially now that I'm checking in every day on like the Canadian news and current events, I feel like I'm kind of more knowledgeable than ever. And part of that again is just being in a community where there's a distribution of power and people are able to present their ideas, and I can either go to bat for them or we can hash it out and arrive on a really great conclusion or point of view. So that's one thing I'm really just kind of like loving about this whole process is the personal growth that it has offered me. Also, if you know me from some of my previous incarnations, you might know that I was a hip hop artist and a rapper. So the fact that I get to play around with microphones and other tech like the interface and computers and cameras is also something that is serves me really well and I really enjoy. Also, I should say that I do my best to make these topics entertaining. I think politics and news is something that can often be boring or disheartening. I try to definitely inspire optimism and not give in to doomerism. I try my best to remain positive in light of serious topics, and I also think that I sometimes am funny, maybe leaning a little too hard into the dad jokes sometimes, but I think I'm relatively entertaining, and I hope that I can help get people engaged who otherwise wouldn't be engaged in some like really important topics that actually affect our lives. So thank you so much for checking out this video. If you're interested in more to come, please drop me a subscribe or follow on YouTube or wherever you're watching this. And please check out the interviews that are to come, including the mayor of our city, which is a video that should be up in about a week, maybe even less. So again, thank you so much. My name is Danny Taro, aka MyHomie2Taro. You can follow me on Twitch. We're live every morning, and we talk about whatever is worth talking about that day. So genuinely, thank you. I love you, and I really appreciate the opportunity to do this in my life. Peace.